A mostly sunny good morning to some of you. A whole lot of clouds for others, in particular here at Radio Center. But right now we are looking at mostly cloudy skies, and we currently have 69 degrees. But you don't have to go too far, and you've got plenty of sun. Temperatures running a good 8 to 10 degrees warmer with the sun than what it is here with the clouds. We've got 93% humidity, a west wind at 6. Foggy conditions, barometric pressure dropping down just a little bit at 29.99. By the time the day is all done, we should see all of this break, and we'll get plenty of sun as we go into the afternoon hours, if you don't have it already. And for those of you that are looking at partly to mostly sunny skies, temperatures are working their way up into the 80-degree area, and a little bit later on this afternoon, projected high temperature is going to be 88 degrees. We'll just have to keep our eye and see how quick it comes, the sun, around these parts. But right now, we do have plenty of fog. We've had it earlier this morning. The fog has lifted, so it's not ground level, but it is pretty well shielding the sun. So right now, we've got lots of humidity, but the temperature's still hovering around that 70-degree mark. The remnants of a hurricane, now tropical storm, Henne, continue to move into the New England states, where they are getting some severe weather, very heavy downpours, strong gusty winds. New England, there's 6 states in the New England area that are being hard hit as of right now. So if you're having difficulty making communications with someone out there, or you are going to be doing some traveling and heading in that direction, be advised there might be some delays. There might actually be some cancellations of flights. It's pretty tough out there. Down a little bit further to the south of us, the remnants of whatever system they did have in the Tennessee Valley has moved off toward the East Coast and joined up with the tropical storm. As a result, very heavy rains in Tennessee, where in some locations almost 1.5 feet of rain in a 24-hour period on late Friday night and into the afternoon on Saturday has caused massive flooding, deaths in Tennessee. It has really been a major problem for those folks there. Here we are in Michigan, and we're looking at some pretty calm conditions, so calm that it's foggy right now, and there is literally no wind to actually move that fog out of here. So that's why we're looking at what we're looking at in some areas where it is mostly cloudy. Ann Arbor right now is looking at sunshine, and it's 75. Down at Detroit at Metro Airport, mostly sunny, and 81. Mount Clemens has plenty of sun. Battle Creek, looking at lots of sun over there. Even up north, other than Houghton Lake, which has clouds, and 72. Everybody else is reporting mostly sunny skies and plenty of sun all across the Upper Peninsula. Clearing as we go through the day. Whatever haze and fog conditions we have should dissipate and break down. We're looking at partly cloudy skies tonight with a low of 68. Sun will set this evening at 8:26. Rise tomorrow morning at 6:52. If we don't hit 88 degrees today, we will tomorrow, and it will be warmer even still on Wednesday. Mostly sunny skies tomorrow. Moving into the afternoon, more likely after 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon tomorrow, that's when some clouds will move in. Widely scattered shower activity will be moving in. It appears as though a low-pressure system, which is over the Red River Valley right now, Minnesota and Dakotas, is going to be moving into Lake Superior later on tomorrow afternoon and tomorrow night. And as a result, it is going to drag a front across. But this is not a cold front. It's not going to generate any cooler temperatures because on Wednesday, as we said, the forecast after a low on Tuesday night of 71 will be 90 degrees. We'll be looking at a low temperature on Wednesday night of right around 70. And then on Thursday, we'll cool off maybe 2-3 degrees, but still on Thursday, partly cloudy skies, 86 degrees for a high. Then on Thursday night, another chance of some shower activity will be moving in. Low temperature of right around 66. Then on Friday, partly cloudy. Saturday and Sunday, we'll have partly cloudy skies with chances of precipitation. I think the best chance of seeing any rain on Friday will be later in the day on Friday. 82 for a high on Friday, then right around that 90-degree mark, 88 to 90 degrees for both Saturday and Sunday, with chances of afternoon and early evening shower activity. Record high in the state is 96, set back in 1954. The record low, 42, set in 1951. And a year ago on this day, 87 was our high. 66 was our low. More on the weather as we go through the broadcast. Weather is going to generate a little bit of concern, but not much as far as some field days coming up. We'll touch on that in just a moment. Gary Kaufman from Star of the West joining us in a moment as well. But before we get to all of that, this reminder, the weather forecast brought to you by the folks at Nutrient Ag Solutions.
Nutrient Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrient Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrientagsolutions.com.
Say, do you want to unlock the secret to higher yields? If you're applying dry fertilizer, the key to better yield potential is Titan XC. Titan XC is a fertilizer biocatalyst that unlocks and releases the bound up nutrients in granular fertilizer, promoting better root uptake and plant growth. Drive performance this season and beyond. Release more nutrition. Expect better results with Titan XC. For more information, visit lpi.ag/unlock or contact your Nutrient Ag Solutions crop consultant today. This reminder, the Corn Marketing Board of Michigan Between the Rows Tour kicks off today down in Allegan. That'll be at 6 o'clock. Now, tomorrow, we're going to see the Bauer Farms meeting. That is on M81 east of Reese. That'll be starting at 6 o'clock in the afternoon. And then on Wednesday, up in the Port Austin area on Van Dyke Road, that's M53. The Morosky Farms event begins at 6 o'clock. Catered dinner, presentation of yield findings, marketing update, and an agronomy update by local industry experts. Again, Between the Rows Tour kicking off today here in Michigan, sponsored by the Corn Marketing Board of Michigan. We say good morning to Gary Kaufman at Star of the West. Gary, we had a weekend where maybe the traders had a chance to cool off just a little bit. Maybe. What are they doing right now?
Well, everything was on the positive early on, but we lost the corn to the negative side, but beans and wheat are still positive so far. But currently, Terry, as we sit right now, we've got cash wheat up 6 right now at 685 on the white, 650 on the red. New crop for next year up 8 at 718 on the white, 658 on the red. Cash corn currently down 2 at 595. New crop is down 2 as well at 485. Cash soybeans currently up 7 at 1273, and new crop, let's call it up 7, Terry, at 1238.
A lot of reports coming out. I know Pro Farmer had their report come out. We're looking at some pretty strong numbers in some of these states, aren't we?
Yes, we are. Yeah, Pro Farmer wrapped up their tour last week, and they put the corn yield at 177 bushel per acre, where the USDA's last report was 174.6. So that equates out to about a 15.1 billion bushel crop. And then their soybean yield was at 51.2 bushel per acre, and the USDA's was at 50, so we're looking at about a 4.4 billion bushel crop of soybeans. So, yeah, pretty hefty numbers, no doubt, Terry. We'll have to see what the final results will be, but we won't get that till a while down the road here. But, we've seen some heavy fund selling Friday, and then today, it's more of a weather. Early on weather, they were talking some pretty decent rains going into the weekend, but we didn't get the rains where we thought we were going to get them, so it was a little stronger this morning. But overall, and then you got the EPA expected recommendation for talking about lowering the national biofuel, and that really put a crank in the market on Friday, so they kind of I guess, weathered that storm for now, and maybe it won't be as bad as some of the experts are telling us. So,
Well, we'll hang in there. Hopefully we can hold whatever we've got so far.
yeah. So it's just, last week was pretty dismal for the grains. I mean, we had wheat down 48, beans were down almost 80, and corn 30. So we hope to get some of that back here this week. So,
well, we'll keep our fingers crossed. Gary, you take care. Have a good one. All right.
thanks, Sarah. You as well.
You bet. A little bit more as far as what the markets are doing. Over to Oppenheimer with Doug Klein we go. The market report brought to you by Schaefer and Beerline. If you're looking for a new Ram commercial truck, get it from a dealer that's been around since 1852. Schaefer and Beerline knows trucks and vans, so buy with confidence from a dealer where family and service sells cars. They are the Great Lakes Bay Area's certified ag dealer. That's Schaefer and Beerline. And by Ed Raymond and Sons, quality clothing and shoes since 1919. Carhartt, Red Wing shoes and boots, Stormy Cromer accessories, all available today at 151 West Broad Street in Chesaning. They're open 7 days. That's Ed Raymond and Sons. Doug Klein, what have you got?
Well, it's all about the money supply.
Follow the money.
Yep. So the dollar was over 94 last week. Was it Thursday maybe? Now they got it almost down to 93. That's a big drop for 2 days. But stock market hit a new high today, all-time high today. You knew that the oil industry was not going to let us get cheap gas ever again. So they're punching crude oil up $3.33 today. That's over 5% higher. Silver's up 2.5%. The gold and platinum are 1.5%, and wheat's also up 1% so far. So we'll see where it takes us. But September corn is $5.38, down 3/4 of a penny. The December corn $5.36, down a penny. September soybeans $13.50 a penny, up 6 3/4 cents. November soybeans $12.98.5, up 7 3/4. September wheat $7.22 1/4, up 8 cents. And December wheat $7.36.5, up 8 1/4. The crude oil is $65.44, up $3.30 a barrel. Heating oil is $2.07 of a penny. That is up 9.5 cents. Gasoline is $2.11.13, up 8.7 cents. And natural gas is $3.88.5. That's up 2 cents. So the U.S. dollar gets you $1.26.76 at the border. Remember, that went over 129 last week. That's down 145 ticks. The yen is at 109.77. That's down 3 ticks. The euro's at 117.30. That's up 3 ticks. The dollar's at 93.08, down 42 ticks. Gold is at $1,820. That's up $19.20. Silver's at $23.65.5. That's up 54.5 cents. And platinum's at $10.11.40. That's up $17.20.
You take care. Have a good one.
Yep, you too.
Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. When we return, Scott Bales will be joining us. He comes along right after this.
When you shop a locally owned independent business, you keep more money in your local community. You keep local jobs, and you make your community a destination. Ellen's Equipment is your locally owned New Holland equipment dealer. Visit them for top-of-the-line New Holland agricultural and construction equipment. Whether you're planting a food plot, digging the dirt, or tilling the land, they've got a local team to help you with your New Holland equipment sales, service, and parts needs. Visit Ellen's Equipment in McBain, Ithaca, or Beale City today.
Along with me, Scott Bales, researcher with the dry bean industry over at the Bean and Beet Research Farm, is what I like to call it. And Scott, looks like you're going to be busy tomorrow morning. Tell us what's going on at the research farm.
That's for sure, Terry. Thanks for having me today. Today we are eagerly preparing for what we hope is a big event tomorrow. We have our MSU Dry Bean and Sugar Beet Field Day scheduled for first thing tomorrow morning, starting at 8 a.m. and running through lunch. So we're really excited to be able to offer this after taking a year off last year, and hope to see everyone in person out here at the research farm in Richville.
Now, a little bit later on this afternoon, about 1:30, you and I are going to be talking with Daniel Bublitz about some of the events going on, some of the seminars, the researchers that are going to be talking tomorrow. It looks as though the weather is going to work for us tomorrow.
That's for sure. Looks like we have a beautiful weather outlook. And, like you said, we're going to talk about those topics in a little more detail later, but we're going to cover a lot of things from weed control to soil fertility, on-farm research, breeding, pathology, the whole run of things, and hopefully have a great meal afterwards.
Yeah. For more information, folks can dial us up on Facebook here about 1:30 this afternoon, or they can go to the website and get all the information. Do we have RUP credits available, Scott?
We do. We're able to offer 4 RUP credits as well as CCA credits for our certified crop advisors tomorrow.
Fantastic. Well, we'll see you out there tomorrow. We'll be broadcasting the farm show from out there as well. So take care. We'll chit-chat a little bit later on, all right?
Thanks, sir.
You bet. Scott Bales. Along with us right now, Jerry Samolsky, Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. Jerry, what should we be looking at right now?
Terry, a lot of us are looking at funguses in lawns, and we're finding the biggest problem is when people are irrigating later in the evening. So there's always a talk about when is the best time to irrigate. And, actually the heat of the day is really the best for fungal diseases, or at least if you can early in the morning, so the grass doesn't lay wet all night. With the temperatures in low 70s, upper 60s at night, that really creates an excellent environment for fungus and on turf. And we don't want to create an excellent environment for fungus on turf. So watering later in the morning or even during the heat of the day is fine. Now, people say the water will evaporate more during the day, but that's okay. You're giving your grass a break in their hardcore respiration, so that'll cool them off and get them through the day a little bit better.
All righty. Jerry, thank you. You take care. Have a good day, okay?
Yes, sir, Terry.
Jerry Samolsky. We'll be right back.
It's time to think about your pig. You know, the propane tank in your backyard that heats your home? Well, there's no better company to fill your pig than Forward Energy, covering 23 counties. Forward Energy is a family-owned and operated propane supplier that's been fueling area homes, farms, and businesses since 1925. Fill your pig this year. Visit forwardenergy.com to find out about new customer pricing and programs.
Go forward with Forward Energy.
Are you upset with your current planter performance? Are you considering buying a new planter but blown away from sticker shock? With Precision Planting's VSET, V-Drive, and Delta Force, we can retrofit your old planter to outperform any new planter on the market. Then access all your data from planting to harvest easily with Field View. Call PC Ag Solutions today and get your parts ordered, installed, and ready to go for the upcoming growing season. 989-868-4444. PC Ag Solutions. Along with me, Eric Sawatsky at Yo and Yo Accounting here in Saginaw. Eric, before you know it, we're probably going to need to take a look at that Social Security situation in terms of starting to take the payments. Give us some advice on that.
Yeah, Terry, a couple things to be aware of before you start to claim those Social Security benefits. One, the Social Security Administration has set a age limit, or I shouldn't say a limit, an actual age where you are considered at full retirement age for Social Security. So currently that's 66 years and 2 months of age. At that point in time, you can collect benefits and fully receive those benefits and not worry about having to pay any of those back to the Social Security Administration. You are allowed to start drawing at age 62. A couple things happen when you do elect that. If it's before that full retirement age, you will have a reduction in the amount of benefits you receive. So instead of the full amount that's calculated for you at 66 years and 2 months, you would actually see a reduction that's permanent that you'll never get back again. So if you say you elect at age 62, which many people do, you actually could see between a 25 and 30% reduction in the amount of benefits you receive, and that lasts over the course of your lifetime. So it's something to consider. You'll get less out of the system on a monthly basis if you claim before that full retirement age. Another thing to consider is that these benefits are taxable. Many people don't realize that, but the benefits coming out of Social Security, depending on your income level, you could pay anywhere from tax on 50% of those benefits up to 85% of the benefits being taxable. So another thing to be aware of that could impact your income tax. And then one final thing to consider is if you are currently still receiving a wage from an employer, or if you're a self-employed business, if you elect between age 62 and 66, so elect early to receive benefits, you actually have an earnings limit. In those years, currently it's $18,960 that you can earn in a year. Anything over and above that, you would actually potentially have to pay back part of those Social Security benefits. And that comes as a bill at the end of the year, payable immediately back to the Social Security office. So if you're still working and you decide to draw benefits early before your full retirement age, you definitely want to take a look at that. And then also consider, the reduction in payments and the taxes on that. It gets even more complicated when you're looking at both spouses. So you definitely want to talk to an advisor that understands claiming Social Security benefits and the impact that those decisions have on you.
Very interesting. Eric, thank you very much. We really appreciate it.
For 33 years, the Bader family has been proud to be your local John Deere dealer. Starting in central Michigan and growing to 10 stores from southeast Michigan to the bridge, we are happy to announce the transition to another great organization. Going forward, Hudson Inc. will continue to provide the John Deere experience you can rely on for parts, service, and sales. The Bader family thanks you for all your business and wishes Hudson Inc. the very best.
We now conclude our program with the playing of our national anthem.
From the Stone Specialist Studios, this is WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Rocket Mortgage.
I'm Steve Kathan. New move by the FDA, and it could boost public confidence and mean more people get vaccinated against COVID-19. The Pfizer vaccine, now fully approved.
This is the first COVID vaccine to be fully approved by regulators. And now that Pfizer's COVID vaccine has gotten the full approval of the FDA for those 16 and over, will more people get the shot?
If the FDA is going to approve it, I guess it's time to roll up my sleeve.
No vaccine for me. I'll take my chances. Worked every day, no mask, no gloves, no problem.
The vaccine has been given to millions of Americans under emergency use authorization since last December. Sabrina Cupid for CBS News, Atlanta.
With that new action, the Pentagon says it will require service members to get their shots. New York City out with a new vaccine mandate today for school teachers and other staffers. School's Chancellor, Misha Porter.
Our schools must be safe spaces for all children. And by mandating a first dose by September 27th, the first month of school, we are adding yet another layer of protection for our kids.
CBS's Jesse Mitchell is in the Waverly, Tennessee area where epic flooding has left at least 21 dead and about 20 others missing.
Roads turned into rivers, the water destroying anything in its path. Several children were swept away. Floodwaters ripped twin babies, Ryan and Riley, out of their father's arms. Their bodies later recovered.
In the last 24 hours, the U.S. and its allies have evacuated more than 10,000 people from Afghanistan. General Hank Taylor is at the Pentagon.
We are in communication with the Taliban for the establishment and sustainment of several checkpoints to increase throughput and facilitate safe passage for individuals working to gain access to the airport.
An Afghan guard was shot and killed at the airport. U.S. troops were involved in the firefight with attackers, but none were hurt. As we hear from CBS's Stacey Lynn in Washington, a new showdown is brewing on Capitol Hill.
9 moderate House Democrats have threatened to vote against the budget resolution